We now have a short break from JD Cymru Premier action. We're top of the table, the only side to have a 100% record, 3-point gap. That's a nice way to sign off.
Yeah, I mean, look, we're not, I think we mentioned in the week, Revs, that we weren't looking too much at the table now. I think it's definitely too early to. However, I think I'm more pleased with what the performance was like last night. I thought we played well. We improved from the week before when we won 1-0 in a very, very tough game against Haverfordwest. And performance-wise, to get that 3 points against the team that was unbeaten as well, and who I think will do really well, Flynn. I was really impressed with them last night, and from what I've seen, I think that's probably the main thing for us, that we go in still unbeaten after 4, and with an improved performance in the last game. So yeah, we couldn't have asked for much more in the first 4 games.
And our opponent this Saturday in the JD Welsh Cup, Llanrwst United. They're from the 3rd tier of Welsh football. What do you know about them? And in particular, what sort of challenge can we expect?
Well, I think the challenge is probably a little bit of the unknown. There's not as much footage out there of them that we normally get in terms of the Welsh Premier League teams, or the way that we're able to prepare ourselves for the European games. So we can't prepare as much as we would have liked for them. We have done our homework and our research on them, though, as much as we can. And I think sometimes that can be a good thing as well. So it means the players have to be adaptable and flexible when we play them in the game. But there's no doubt, regardless of what league they're in, we'll be taking the game seriously. It's a competition we want to win well in and progress through to the next round. So we'll be playing a good team and looking forward to it.
There has been no Welsh Cup for 2 seasons due to the COVID-19 situation. The New Saints are the current holders of the trophy. Obviously the league is the bread and butter, the one that you would want to win come the end of the campaign. But how does the Welsh Cup fit in terms of priority?
Yeah, I think it's a huge priority, if I'm honest. As you say, we are the current holders in it, having not been in the competition for the last year or so with COVID, but I think it's important. Yeah, you're right. The goal this year is we want to win the league. We want to improve on last season, coming second, and get back to winning it. That's the pressure on TNS. But also, if you can win other trophies and win a cup competition, then that's the target as well. But I don't look too far ahead to that. There've been a lot of cup competitions in the Football League and in the National League as well, the FA Cup and that sort of thing. And I think you can never look too far ahead in them. You just got to, I know it's a bit of a boring cliche, take that one game at a time, but listen, this will be a tough test. They'll be really looking forward to the game, and they'll be right up for it, and they'll be looking to come here to make an upset, and we've got to make sure we get our game right first and foremost, and make sure we're in a good position and a good state to go and win that game.
And following on from that, there is no doubt that in the minds of many, it will be billed as a David versus Goliath encounter. Llanrwst come to Park Hall, nothing to lose. How do you plan to counteract the fact that there is no pressure whatsoever on them?
Well, that's it. Listen, you're right. The pressure is all on us. There's no doubt about it. There's only one way we can go in this game if we don't win and get it wrong. So that's good in some ways, because I think that means that we've got to do what we normally do, which is pass the ball properly. We have to defend right. We have to be aggressive. We have to be physical. And I think making sure that we impose our game on them, especially early on in the match, is going to be vitally important. I think that's probably the case in any game that we play at home, but definitely in this game when you're playing against these type of teams. Or, as you say, nothing to lose, will be right up for it, and this will be their cup final, so I'm sure they're looking forward to it.
And after the game on Saturday, there is no midweek fixture for the New Saints. Is that likely to affect the starting lineup?
Yeah, it's a good question. We're having a look currently in the last couple of days training, or yesterday and today, on who's fit and available, on who we might need to be resting physically, who's played Saturday, Tuesday and had a busy European campaign, but also as well ones that are coming back from injury. It might be an opportunity for us to drip feed them in to get them some minutes too. But look, we'll be picking a fairly strong side for it because, as I said, we want to go and win the game. And yeah, we'll have a look and take each game as it comes when it comes to team selection, but having in mind that the next game is the most important.
And do you have your starting lineup in mind?
Yeah, not yet. No, not yet. There's still probably 3 or 4 positions that are available.
And what is the availability of the players in general?
Yeah, sure. Well, it was good. Last night's game that Ryan Astrals was back. Thought he was a huge plus for the team. You could tell that he had only trained a few days, and he played in that game last night and did ever so well, and took care of their forward 2 players really well. I think him and Blaine Hudson did a good job on that against 2 experienced guys in there. So it was good to have him back. So he might be available again for the Saturday game, and it might be too soon for him to play again. So we'll see how he goes. Ryan Brobble is probably in contention and come back, which is good for him. So he could be available too. but we're still missing a Danny Redmond and a Danny Davis as well.